Hey friends, how's it going? Ash here. Welcome back to Gents. Hope that you're well. I love a cheap fragrance as much as the next guy. I do. You know that. But sometimes a fragrance is worth the splurge when they're a little bit on the pricier side.
Don't get cheap on me.
Sometimes it is true. You get what you pay for. And in today's video, I've got 10 different fragrances, both designer and niche, that prove sometimes fragrance is worth the splurge. And not just that, I'm gonna be giving away a fragrance today. One of the ones that I talked to you about that is a little more on the expensive side. So yeah, a little splurge gift from me to you. Everything I talked to you about here in today's video is gonna be linked down in the description. We're gonna begin with a fragrance that's a personal love of mine. It is Creed's Green Irish Tweed. And yeah, I know the House of Creed, at this point, a lot of people very upset with their pricing. They are expensive. They've always been expensive. Why did I just punch the table? But they've always been expensive. They just have gotten more so because the prices, they kept going up. But not just that, the bottle sizes got smaller. Yeah, double whammy, a kick in the teeth.
Size matters not.
Like they might as well just come up and shank you and take your wallet and just get all the money out, flip the wallet back down on you and just be like, ha, yeah.
It's the House of Creed, baby.
Because the fragrances used to come in, well, this size right here, 75 milliliters, and then the larger size, 120. They shrunk them down to 50 and 100, while the prices kept increasing. But enough harping on that, enough of that. We already know about all of that. Green Irish Tweed, this stuff right here, it's good. I have always loved this fragrance. And I know that if you're like a younger guy and you're really into like very sweet fragrances and things like that, Green Irish Tweed, it may not appeal to you all that much. But to me, this is a timeless, classic fragrance. And there are a lot of different ones out there that do smell similar to Green Irish Tweed. Cool Water by Davidoff, Aspen by Coty, Très Nuit by Armaf, many more. But there's just one Green Irish Tweed, at least for me. So fresh, classy, and green, hence the name. But it's just something that, I don't know, it's like it harkens back to like late spring, early summer days in a time that doesn't exist anymore. Just like this white picket fence kind of vibe going on. It just smells great. It's really classy, still works extremely well. And this is one that I'll always have, which, yeah, I have multiple bottles of it, so I'm at no risk of that. But man, this stuff is just, oof, for me, great. One of the pinnacle fragrances for spring. Now the next fragrance you can find at maxaroma.com. Actually, a number of these fragrances you can find at Max Aroma. And I do have a discount code, yeah, singular, for Max Aroma, which is right here. That's magical. Editing. You can do a lot of stuff with editing, man. You can make an explosion, for example. Whoa. But yeah, I used to have 2 codes for Max Aroma. They dropped the 20%er, so now we have but a 10. Very, very sad. Makes me weep. But that's okay, we will move on, we will persevere. Max Aroma is a fragrance website, it has a ton of stuff on there. And they kind of specialize in a lot of niche fragrances that other stores don't carry, like they've become distributors for a whole bunch of different brands. And they actually have their own fragrance house now called House of Dustan. Stan. Like I used to work with this dude named Stan. Hey Stan, what's up? Shout out. I think that's what it's named after him. It's Stan. I'm just playing. Please don't send anybody after me, Max Aroma.
What? Why?
They have a new fragrance house that's come out. Now I don't have any of the bottles or anything, but I did see that, and so random worthless knowledge that now you have as well. Shout out to you guys though, Max Aroma. Good luck with your new brand. The next fragrance is from Spirit of Dubai, and it's Taroth. It's almost like Tarothi blue, but you know, without the eye, without the blue, so just Taroth. It is blue though. And we're gonna undress this together, okay? Let's So that was smooth. Here it is. It comes in a little leather case here, or not leather. It's Is this like leatherette, fake leather? It's a material, okay?
Bruh.
It comes in a material case. I don't even think it feels like leather. I don't know why that's what my brain went to. But it comes in this little case. It's got like a magnetic closure and you can pop your bottle in there, and then the bottle is like so. This one's actually gotten a little decent amount of use. And the note breakdowns for the Spirit of Dubai fragrances are
Unholy.
look, Fragrantica can be a bit of a mess, okay? But we all know Fragrantica, so I'm just gonna pull this up really quickly. I'm gonna come show you. I just want you to have a look at this note breakdown, okay? Take a look at this. Do you see this? Like, at what point do you say, yeah, I think we got them all? Look, I'm not a big fan of the whole 3-note breakdown. Yes, I'm leaning down to get some strips, but you know, we don't need 300, but still, the fragrance is nice. There is a lot going on here. It's very fruity and sweet off the top, you know, a little bit syrupy. You've got floral aspects along the edge of the fragrance. As it dries down, it gets woodier. You've got some vanilla in there, leather, oud, smoke, a bunch of different things happening as the fragrance dries. The performance is pretty good. And by that I mean, you should really think about where you're going and you know, how long you really want that fragrance to be projecting when you spray this on. Don't go crazy. And I will also be giving one of these away. Yep, I scooped one of these for you. Here it is. Still sealed. Wow, look at that. But for now, we'll just sit that over there. Perfect, just right on the edge there. Yeah, let's turn that sideways. So what do we want to talk about next? Let's talk about this Gucci Guilty Elixir. So, you know how it is with elixirs. There's a lot of them. There's a whole lot of them, and they keep coming. They do. And for now, it looks like there is no stopping the elixir train. I mean, there's elixir flankers coming out, flankers of flankers. But that does not mean that every elixir fragrance is bad. A lot of them are actually fantastic, and Guilty Elixir is one of those ones that just, the more that you smell this, the more you like it. When I initially got my nose on Guilty Elixir, I enjoyed it, but you know, I wouldn't say that I was in love with it initially. I said that weird. I just now realized that. In love, how did I say that? In love with it. And yeah, I don't know. It just hit my ears wrong. It didn't sound right. But this one, you wear it and it's a little thick, you know? It's like a little, got some love handles going on, some little cupcakes and everything. And you just start to realize like, hey, kind of like that. Got those white flowers in there. They're clean, a little sweet, and it just smells high end. It smells good. A little bit similar to Reflection from Amouage, Pegasus from Parfums de Marly. A little bit like those two hooked up maybe, and something came out right here. A little bit like those two fragrances, you know, they got along pretty well, and then this popped out, and yeah, it grows on you. It's expensive. It is expensive. Gucci fragrances in general, kind of pricey as far as designers go. And this one being an elixir, you know, smaller size bottle, bigger price tag, but it's worth it. And this right here is giving me issues because every time I touch the table, it's like it wants to fall. Maybe I should take it out of its little case. Yeah, much better. Now it's over there. Okay, let's go next with Xerjov's Neo. Good old Neo. This is a personal love of mine once again, making its way into the list. And this to me is one of those just top of the line citrus fragrances. If you're looking for a really well done citrusy scent that is still extremely wearable, you know, that doesn't start going off into some kind of artsy fartsy direction. Not that citrus is the type of note that you would think of as having that problem, but you know, there are some fragrances that are held in very high esteem, high regard, and for good reason. They smell fantastic, but you smell them and you think to yourself, when would I wear this? And you just completely draw a blank. You do not have that problem with Neo. It's also the chosen one. The name is spelled incorrectly, but you know, little matrix, little chosen one. So it has bergamot in there, a good amount of it. Also kind of a green aspect, neroli in there. Also a solid dose of that. Some fresh spices, cardamom, nutmeg, some woody notes as it dries down. Just very, very, very well done. Like this is a top-notch, citrusy, clean, sweet scent. And people love it. So for me, it is absolutely worth the splurge. And my voice cracked, I'm going through puberty. And the bottle has changed. I've got the old style. So if you see the new style bottle, it looks different, same thing. I was talking to what before, don't pick it up by the cap. It is magnetic though. it could just be stronger. I was talking amouage before, so let's do an amouage is what I was trying to say. This is Jubilation. Oh, but no, this is not just any Jubilation. This is Jubilation 40, which is how many years you'll be paying off the loan that you have to take out in order to afford it. Suddenly, it seems like a much worse idea to get this fragrance. Now, of course, there's also Jubilation 25, which also could easily be in today's list. That's also a great scent. But Jubilation 40, man, this stuff is thick. Again, it's like the moral of the story today. Thick is good. Sometimes. So you've got blackberry in here. It gets this really nice, tangy, fruity opening, but then it's very deep and rich underneath that. You've also got a Papanax, you have myrrh, you've got patchouli, you've got incense in here. Labdanum, blackcurrant, orange. I mean, honestly, it has a ton of notes. Not as many as this over here, but still a bunch. It has fantastic staying power, lasts a very long time. And spray it on your clothes, it's probably gonna be there for years. And much like Jubilation 25 that came before it, this is that almost like quintessential fragrance that is made for a king. Like for the longest time, that's what Jubilation 25 was. Everybody would be like, oh, this is a fragrance for emperors, for kings, etc., etc. And this is like the elevated version of that. Let's go designer again, and let's just go blue fragrance. Bleu de Chanel Parfum. Now, Sauvage Elixir is pricier than this, and I thought about putting that in here, but I feel like Bleu de Chanel Parfum needs to get some flowers here. So for now, as of when I'm shooting this video, this is the most expensive Bleu de Chanel for now. A 100 ml bottle of this fragrance is $200 full retail. And since it's a Chanel, it's not very easy to find discounted. Because essentially, if you try to sell Chanel fragrances at a discount, you have just put a bullseye on your back. You've put a bullseye on your house, on your business, on your car, and Chanel's coming. And you don't mess with them because they're like the equalizer. All versions of the equalizer. So essentially, if you want Denzel coming after you, you know, like in those movies, or you want John Wick coming after you, go ahead and sell yourself some discounted Chanel. Rest in peace.
You wanna go home, you wanna go to jail, huh?
I have seen them take down entire companies. Rest in peace, Notino inside the United States. I know they're still in Europe, but, so yeah, it's expensive. But it does smell really good, like really good. Probably, as far as designer blue fragrances go, Bleu de Chanel Parfum, the classiest of the bunch. You have lemon zest in here, bergamot, mint, really nice woodsy dry down there. It's got sandalwood, cedar, tonka as well. And you have lavender and geranium as it heads through the mid. Just an elevated, classy blue scent that really you can wear whenever you want, but especially in cooler weather or in the evening, this stuff shines, but it will cost you. After that, let's talk about Blockade from Mind Games. And this one is kind of interesting to me in a way. It is expensive. It is way more expensive than you might expect. Like if you knew nothing about this brand at all, you would probably undershoot how much it costs. You know, it doesn't look bad, but it doesn't look crazy ostentatious, right? It's just kind of a cylindrical shape, this silver paint on the front here and like a little wooden topper. And of course you've got like the little chest piece cap and everything, but it doesn't look like it would be crazy, crazy, crazy expensive. It is right at about 400 bucks. So pretty pricey. And as of when I'm filming this video, it's not a scent that's like readily available at a bunch of discounters for like, you know, 150 bucks or something. So yeah, it's pricey any way you cut it, at least as of now. Who knows in the future, you know, maybe it pops up at more places and the price goes down, but for now, it is what it is. And on top of that, it smells kind of similar to Creed's Aventus. So now you're like, wait, dude, wait a second. It's 400 bucks in a 100 ml bottle, and it smells kind of like Aventus? Like, dude, what are you talking about? I'll just go buy one of the 52,000 different alternatives to Aventus that cost a quarter of this or less. And, you know, to be fair, you wouldn't really be wrong in saying that. But if you do make the splurge, to me, Blockade smells fantastic. It is similar to Aventus. There's no way around that, okay? This is not something where it's like, oh my God, this is a completely new fragrance DNA I've never witnessed before. Nah, like, cut the BS. It's kind of like, Aventus with a twist, right? But it's a good twist. It's a dang good one. Yeah, brother, that's good. Hell. I can't do that voice. Let me get my trendy water bottle. It was on sale at Target. So it's got mango off the top. That gives it a nice different twist. It's kind of like tangy, you know, very lightly tropical twist on Aventus. Green mango technically is the note. One of the whole 2 notes that it gives you on the front. Green mango, peppercorn. Thank you for putting that on there. I would have had no clue how this smells, but those 2 notes, now I'm like, oh, it's Aventus with a twist, of course. But it also has some other interesting stuff going on there. It's got tomato leaf as one of the notes off the top. Also has bergamot, mango blossom, lavender, and a little bit of woodiness as it dries down. It is a massive compliment puller. Smells really good. The quality is great. Very zingy off the top, lively, catches attention. And to date, that is my favorite Mind Games release. It is just stupid pricey. I want to talk about Whittian London. This is pretty cool. Love the look. Very nice, very high-end looking. Got a nice atomized air. No, it doesn't. It sucks. Thought it was atomized. Wait. I thought it was pressurized. Atomized. It is atomized. My brain working right now?
Oh, I don't think I'm a lot dumber than you thought that I thought I was once.
So yeah, Whittian London. This fragrance is a little bit similar in some ways to Tuscan Leather from Tom Ford. And that's because it has raspberry and leather. So you put those 2 notes together and it's just gonna make people think, oh, Tuscan Leather. But this one has a nice violet off the top as well. Adds a little smooth aspect to the scent. Has some vanilla as it dries down. And it is definitely, to me anyway, less aggressive the way that it hits your nose as compared to Tuscan Leather, but it still does have very good performance. So you're not sacrificing that aspect to wear this one versus Tuscan Leather. Very well done, high-end leather scent. Smells super classy, very sexy. Good for fall, winter, early spring. Okay. I'm kind of cheating on this next one, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Yep, I mean, it's the cheapest one here, Invictus Victory Elixir, but it is an elixir. It is in the name. It's just, it just doesn't cost as much. So even though this is a video about things that are worth a splurge, and maybe that's not quite as big a splurge, to some people, it definitely is, and therefore, it counts. I love Invictus Victory Elixir. The vanilla in here I think smells fantastic. I mean, this stuff in the cold weather, man, it's just really magnetic, addictive. It does have similarities to a number of other designer fragrances out there, little bits and pieces of them in here, but I think that for the price point, it's a great potential splurge. Solid performance, compliment puller. One of the better sparkly, sweet vanilla scents on the market today in terms of designers. And so I'm gonna put it here. You can't stop me, it's already there. Let's do the giveaway and then the last fragrance. What do you say? So here it is, just one fragrance today in the giveaway. Hopefully you can forgive me for that. So it's this, only not that one, it's in the inside here. It's another one of these, but not used, in case that wasn't clear. You yourself can have a fragrance with 30,000 notes. Think about that. Think about what a flex that will be when you show your friends like, oh, you're wearing that? What's that got? It's got 6 notes. Pathetic. Try this on. Actually don't, it's mine. Yeah, so for the giveaway, all you have to do, usual stuff. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, comment below. Just let me know what you think your fragrance that you would say is worth a splurge, what it is. And look, it doesn't have to be niche, it doesn't have to be indie, it doesn't have to be designer, it doesn't have to be anything, just whatever fragrance you feel like is personally worth a splurge. And a splurge can be different things to different people. So don't feel like you gotta outflex somebody. Give me a couple weeks, I'll pick a winner with Random Comment Picker. I'll post the winner up on the, I guess they call it the posts tab now. And I'm gonna post it up with probably like 4 or 5 other winners because I've been doing a bunch of giveaways, trying to give away a whole bunch of stuff over the past month or 2. So I'll kind of like have 5 or 6 at once and put it out there. And if you're the winner, hit me up and I'll ship it out to you wherever you may be. Hopefully it's somewhere nice or somewhere that you feel is nice. Okay, last one is La Tessa from Mask Milano. Now, presentation looks pretty good. You can tell that is a heavy glass bottle. I mean, look at that. That is chunky. That's just, it's got a big, heavy gold cap as well. You know, they're really just trying to hit you with that expensive feel. And the scent itself is for people that love iris. If you don't love iris, I don't think you need to mess with this one, okay? You can go with one of these other ones you'll be good. And not just any kind of iris. Like, this is a very comforting iris fragrance. It's not like a really ultra heavy, dense, you know, Dior Homme intense type of iris. It is powdery, has a nice sparkly sweetness off the top. Champagne is actually one of the top notes. Also has some neroli in there as well off the top. Little leather as it dries down. It smells very high end, very elegant. It is unisex, but maybe it leans slightly toward the feminine side of things. So be aware of that. But if you enjoy iris fragrances a lot, you'll really love this one, especially off the top. To me, the opening is the best part of the fragrance, but it is something that I find myself drawn to from time to time. I just really enjoy how it comes across. So there we go, guys. 10 different fragrances that are worth the splurge from designers, some expensive niche, and a nice expensive fragrance for one of you guys out there as well. Share the wealth a little bit. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me here today. Stay safe out there. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you tomorrow with another fragrance video. See you guys.